Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tarqaron. Alec, Rusty, we are joined today in a holy occasion known as Chance Time. Welcome.
Heck yeah.
It's very blessed. Pontifex and,
Yes.
I'm not a priest. I shouldn't be blessing anything, but it is a blessed occasion.
Previously, we've only done Chance Times with just Alec and I, and we wanted to try out doing one with a guest. Usually, it's a 2-week obligation basically, so it's hard to get someone who has that much free time on their hands. They're willing to to take up 2 weeks of their time. And then you also have to commit to watching something, all right? So we can all swear our oath now that whatever comes up on this wheel, we will watch and come back a week from now to review.
That's right.
Pinky promise.
Right.
We'll have to try to get Pete back on for a chance time.
For Chance Time.
What'll he waste his time watching?
So I should note that Chance Time, if you don't know what that is a series where we spin a wheel that has a random list of movies on it, and whatever comes up is what we're going to have to watch and review for next week. This time around, it is all in honor of the new streaming service, Paramount Plus, baby. You know how much we love Paramount. And we all just happened to have Paramount Plus because we had CBS All Access to watch Survivor, so it worked out.
There you go. Yeah.
And now we get to get some exposure to the great stuff that Paramount Plus has to offer. It could be anything from a comedy special to a documentary. It could be rough. Could find a gem in there. That's what we're hoping for. But if you aren't aware, there's 10 movies on the wheel, and then there's 4 other options. There's Spin Again. There's Zach's choice, Alec's choice, and now instead of Phone a Friend, since we have a guest, it'll be Rusty's choice if it gets picked. All right.
Yeah, we legitimately have Phone a Friend. Like, if we get that, one of us is going to have to call somebody that we know.
I need to open Paramount Plus to see what's actually going on right now because I don't even know what's available to me. But I'll just
everything you need right here is on this wheel.
Yeah, it's right here on this wheel, right here, and we're gonna spin it. Yeah,
good to go then.
I'm sure we'll get something great. Have we gotten? The best thing we've gotten from Chance Time so far is probably The Devil's Advocate. Well, we got Thor technically, so.
Yeah, Thor was pretty good.
No other Disney Plus.
And by pretty good, I mean that's easily the best thing that we've watched.
Yeah.
On.
No. And how does the selection process happen? So, how did you get each of these movies onto this wheel? How does that process work?
So there's a website called realgood.com where you go on there and you can select a streaming service, and then it'll go through the catalog and it'll randomize and pick one out. So I just did that 10 times, and that's how I get the ones for the wheel.
Doesn't work as well with genres, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, we tried doing it with specific animation and stuff, but then we found that the pool is a lot more limited. It'll end up repeating movies really quickly, and it's okay. But generally, it seems
it was like anime, and we were also getting not anime at all.
Yeah. There was also a lost Chance Time that will never see the light of day. We don't talk about that, but it was lost in the great video. What are we calling that event?
The great video loss of February 2020.
Yeah, 2021. You might even say
2021. Yeah, you might say. Yeah, I guess technically that's what's going on. What's up with
everybody's calling it the loss of 2020. I don't know why. All right, are we ready?
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
And look, Paramount Plus has some great things, but also has some things that you probably won't know just by name. Whatever comes up, you'll be like, oh, okay, I don't know what that is. But I do have the descriptions of all of them. Also, in the event that one of us has to pick them, I have little descriptions for them. But I didn't look into it, I just copy and pasted it from the website, so I don't know much. All right, here we go. Give me something good.
What's it gonna be?
What is it? Come on. Big money. No whammies.
Zach's choice, baby. I'm in control.
Wow, we landed on a choice. That's the first time that's ever happened.
I'm scared, though. I don't want to make this choice.
You're scared, though.
Yeah, I don't know what route to go with this.
So let's run through the options, and then you can make a decision.
Okay, so we have Fatal Attraction, 1987 movie.
Okay.
The Stooge, I think it's 1951. The Comedy Central roast of Pamela Anderson. How about that?
Oh, jeez.
That's really tempting.
Oh man.
Kristen Shaw live at the Fillmore. This is a comedian. I recognize her
I know
from
Kristen
something.
Shaw.
Right?
She's been in tons of stuff. Animation. She's actually great in animation.
Really?
Bob's Burgers, Gravity Falls. Yeah. But she's in live action. I think she was in Flight of the Conchords, I believe. I don't know what other live action stuff she's really done, but I'm sure there's plenty.
Okay, I got Detective Story. Don't know what that is. We got 9/11 Stories and Fragments.
Yeah. Let's maybe not do that one. Because it is your choice. I don't know if you want to make us do that.
Skateboard Nation. That's a documentary. Wolf versus Bear. It's a documentary. Crazy People. And The Big One. All right, I got to look into some of these. Fatal Attraction. A married man's one-night stand comes back to haunt him when that lover begins to stalk him and his family. Okay.
There's a fatal. It does sound pretty fatal. Yeah.
The Stooge. Bill Miller is an unsuccessful Broadway performer until his handlers convince him to enhance his act with a stooge. Ted Rogers, a guy positioned in the audience to be the butt of Bill's jokes. After Ted begins to steal the show, Bill's girlfriend and his pals advise him to make Ted an equal partner. Not feeling that one.
Don't like the classics over here.
Detective Story tells the story of one day in the lives of the various people who populate a police detective squad. An embittered cop, Detective Jim McLeod, leads a precinct of characters in their grim daily battle with the city lowlife. The characters who pass through the precinct over the course of the day include a young petty embezzler, a pair of burglars, and a naive shoplifter.
I think that's McLeod is how you pronounce that?
It's not. It is absolutely not.
It is. I'm almost 100% certain that that's how you pronounce that. I just that's
it's McLeod.
The way
how is
that
that
you phrase
McLeod?
That McLeod. That's McLeod. Yeah.
How is that McLeod? How is that even possible?
Because it is. Yeah.
Crazy. McLeod.
That's just the way it is, you know. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Skateboard Nation. Across the nation, Native American youth ollie skateboards and catch air as a new form of self-expression and pride.
I think that won an Academy Award.
Really?
For Best Documentary Feature. Yeah. I think it did last year or 2 years ago.
Crazy People. A bitter ad executive who has reached his breaking point finds himself in a mental institution where his career actually begins to thrive with the help of the hospital's patients. The Big One is an investigative documentary from director Michael Moore, who goes around the country asking why big American corporations produce their product abroad where labor is cheaper, while so many Americans are unemployed, losing their jobs, and would happily be hired by such companies as Nike. So what do I want?
Such an interesting choice of movies.
Those are just
we got a lot of documentaries here, kind of like last time on our lost episode. There were a lot of documentaries.
These are just the ones I read too. You know, I didn't read the comedy, so I could go comedy route. I could go documentary route, and I think the other movies are like oldies. So
I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm kind of looking at Comedy Central Roast of Pamela Anderson.
What do you want to make Rusty sit through?
Keep in mind, my wife's going to be there too, as is Scooby. So this is a family event.
Interesting. So you're saying maybe 9/11? Maybe 9/11 would be a good.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So what is my goal here? I don't know. Is there a good movie in here? That's the question.
It depends on what you're in the mood for. Do you want to watch something good? Do you want to be informed about something that you might not know necessarily anything about? Do you want to find a diamond in the rough? I don't know.
Something that's just going to make for a fun discussion amongst the three of us.
Just imagine the discussion.
The choice is yours, Zach. I don't know why you're struggling with this so much, I
mean, I know what I would pick.
Really? What would you pick?
Immediately. Oh, yeah, immediately. That's Skateboard Nation.
Skateboard Nation.
Without a doubt.
Interesting. But imagine we'd have to discuss...
But this isn't my choice. This is yours.
We'd have to discuss the Comedy Central Roast of Pamela Anderson. Imagine that. Can you review that?
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you review that?
So, I don't know. A number with that,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go with...
Yeah, drum roll.
Wolf versus bear. Final answer.
Okay. All right, I'm down. Wolf versus bear.
Let's do it.
All right. I mean, I like some animal documentaries, you know.
I'll read the description for that. In the far reaches of the north, wolf and bear come head to head. Winter has been long. The melting ice reveals scattered carcasses in the swamp. A feast worth fighting for. The bears must fatten up before winter comes again. The wolves must strengthen their pack. The swamp has been their battleground for decades. Who will rule the north?
So this is a documentary?
Inspired the writers of Life of Black Tiger, which is fascinating that we're actually getting to watch a film like this.
Is that some shovelware PlayStation? That's the shovelware PlayStation Now game or PlayStation Plus game that you keep talking about, right?
Yeah.
Life of Black Tiger. Yeah, you know.
Fair. Wow. I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to be here for it. Literally.
Yeah.
There it is.
Blood.
That's a wild card right there.
I don't know why your videos are frozen on my recording, but they have. I don't know how long that's been like that, but I can hear you at least.
Well, as long as we're like, you know, because we've short-circuited because of the pick that you made. I think that the choice is just like completely frozen.
It could have been like this for 10 minutes. I wouldn't even know. All right, so so next week we'll come back and we'll talk about wolf versus bear. All right, and we're gonna review that thing, go in depth with it.
All right.
I think it's only like 50 minutes long.
Go in.
So
yeah, it's about an hour. So that's
all right. So
we have something to talk about.
That's it. Thank you for watching. What video would you recommend our viewers go watch, Rusty?
Let's contrast Wolf versus Bear with a far longer movie, an American classic, The Godfather. Go watch your review of that, and if you enjoy that, then watch parts 2 and 3. You know.
Wow. Thank
you guys did a great job reviewing that. And one of my favorite movies. So.
Same.
Yeah, it became a stone cold classic in my mind too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
All right, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to our podcast feed, like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Tarqaron TWO. All right. Bye-bye.